Okay. Are you okay with me videoing this?
Yeah.
It's going to be mainly the audio, but I will keep the camera out for anything that we need. So you say when in November is, when are you currently?
Right now, I was saying end of October. I think,
Okay.
is when we've got the next inspection timetables available.
Okay. I mean, you know, this is a unit that has impact windows, and I'm pretty sure also has nice updated electrical.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about everybody else.
So these stairs we've seen other properties become an issue. Are they having issues with any deterioration on their stairs?
Not so much on stairs, on railings. There, they've currently got a handyman doing some welding in different places.
Okay.
What do you?
So fortunately, they're steel,
Uh-huh.
so they can weld on a base plate and bolt it to the concrete.
Okay.
So that's, you know, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. They just got to live with a visible base plate that then starts to rust over time, so it becomes a maintenance item. They have to clean
Right.
it and paint it. But any place where they've got anything like that definitely would have to be repaired.
Okay.
So the issue with that is so that's a broken weatherproof enclosure. So electrical would note that. If it's still in this condition when we come do the report, the city's aware of it, they have to pull a permit to do that work. If they repair them all before we come here and it's all fixed, then it's fixed. There's no comment on the report.
Okay.
So that's one thing to keep in mind when they're
Right.
scheduling this. If there's a bunch of stuff like these things, if they have an electrician that can do a walkthrough and say, hey, fix all of our broken electrical or
Okay.
anything that's going to get flagged, then there's nothing to worry about when we do the inspection. Same
Okay.
thing with the structural stuff. They've got, but there's some concrete restoration right there at that post that's going to need to be fixed. What condition are their roofs in?
Pretty good. Insurance did just request update,
Okay.
you know, the questionnaire.
Depending on the age of the condition of the roof, that may be a comment, but then that's not an immediate repair. That's okay. Your roof has got 5 years remaining. You should begin, or 3 years,
Right.
or 10 years, or. So we'd be looking at any electrical, and then do they have a central electric room for each building, or
There's one for the whole.
one for the whole property?
Yes.
So we would want to look inside there and look at the condition of that. Can we get into
Sure.
that today?
We
or?
can.
Okay. So I can let you know right away if it's Federal Pacific or not.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're safe there.
That's good.
Yeah.
From what I see on the stairs so far, I don't see any deterioration.
Okay.
So when we come in here, we look at every one and we'll, tap on some of them. And yeah, so that one's already had a base plate installed.
Right.
So it looks like there's some concrete repair at that base up there.
Where?
Right over the top of this wall. You see where there's some...
some work that's already been done.
Yeah, they put some sealant in there to seal the cracks, but the concrete's still bulging out. So
Okay.
concrete's going to have to be repaired there. We've got some rust staining here, so there might be some deterioration on these stairs. Doesn't look too bad. We would be checking the soundness of the fence around the pool.
Okay.
We've got some concrete repair there, so the fence may not be stable. Yeah, so the fence around the pool would need to be addressed.
Okay.
Is this patio over a vault or anything, or do you know?
I don't know.
A little unusual. Maybe it's just a big patio.
I believe it is just a big patio.
It looks like they've got some settlement issues with these cracks developing.
Right.
But that's not part of the structure. It wouldn't need to be included in a 40-year inspection.
Okay.
But you've got some settlement issues with the sidewalk there, so that becomes a stumble or trip hazard because
Okay.
you've got different heights of step because of that thing there, those stairs. So if somebody's not accustomed to it, they could trip going up those stairs.
Right.
So that might be something that would get flagged. I mean, I don't know that I would necessarily mention it in a 40-year But if a building inspector comes out here to see it, you know, I'd have to see how pervasive it is throughout the community.
Right.
If it was at every one, then I'd probably want to have it addressed.
Okay. And we'll come, I have to get keys, so we'll come back here to the electrical room.
Okay.
This is laundry.
Laundry room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a hot water heater in it.
Electrician would be looking at, or electrical engineer would be looking at this. You know, we want to. I don't know if they require GFIs in laundry rooms. I don't know if they're classified as a wet area or not, because theoretically the water is all contained in the washer, but I don't know.
Okay.
But they may want to see GFIs in these areas.
Sure. Hopefully that's not too hard. And you don't do anything with the dock or...
So docks are specifically included. Seawalls are not specifically listed. So some associations have had us, hey, can you just not mention our seawall? Others, yeah, you know, include it.
Right.
So the dock we would have to include because it's specifically listed in the dock in the 40-year inspection law.
Okay.
But
Well,
that was
there's
brand
we've
new.
got a shiny new dock, so
Yeah.
we're
So
not
that's
worried
not
about
a
that
problem.
part.
Is the metal on the trees to keep the iguanas
To keep
out?
the iguanas out, yeah. I have to do the same thing in my office. They're horrible.
Buddy, there's no water there. Sorry.
Seawall actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think that.
You know, we can't see the actual part that gets wet all the
Correct,
time, but
right.
the cap is in good shape.
Yeah, no, I think that.
So from the look of it, that's what we're going to be checking out. You know, we'll be checking the stucco, where we can reach it from the ground and from the catwalks, just to see if we've got any debonding stucco that we would recommend be taken care of in a painting and maintenance program. If we see any deterioration on the ceiling or the soffit of the catwalks, and depending on the size of it, we would trigger that as an immediate repair. But that would only be if it's larger or broken up or looks like it's about to fall.
Right. Okay.
That's different.
What's that?
The other buildings' guardrails, they came all the way to the ground, right? So if you're standing at the ground, you could grab this guardrail before you start up the stairs. Is that? Am I remembering that wrong, or is these?
Well, I mean, you see, they might be one step further down, but they don't go all the way to the unless the first two buildings do.
Right.
That one there that we can't.
So I think we were standing on the ground and grabbing the. So that's a little unusual that the guardrails start up, you know, 4 steps up the stairway.
Right.
I might want to look into getting an extension on those.
The extension of the guardrails.
Yeah. Not quite sure what the requirements are. It just catches my eye because it's
Right.
different.
Right. Understood. Good. How are you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would be. I definitely wouldn't be approved in a building design today. But,
Right.
This is, you know, anything that looks like this, you're gonna need that cleaned up and
Right.
recoated. You know, if there's any, the metal is worn all the way through, it need to be
So,
re-welded.
what is your statement about this starting so high?
It's just weird. I would want to. I know that, you know, modern they want it to come down to the bottom and then out 12 inches.
Right.
So it would definitely be. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not a structural issue with the building.
Right.
It's not a structural integrity problem. But is it something that we would flag on a building safety? I've never run into that. Yeah, I would have to talk to some other guys in the office and see how we
Okay.
would want to treat that. Because it's, you know, if somebody's coming down the stairs at night or something, the visibility's not great, and they go to
Right.
grab the guardrail,
And
and it's not there.
Right.
You know, got some concrete on that step
Yeah.
there. So there will be some, that post up there is pretty bad shape. So
I
it'll be
see.
right there. So a few things here and there, but pretty straightforward stuff. They could get everything. I mean, I'm a firm believer in getting a concrete restoration company to do concrete repairs, not having a handyman do it. But if they've got a good handyman and they're comfortable in his ability to work in it,
Uh-huh.
you know, if they want to come through and do a pass and try to get all the concrete before we come in here,
Okay.
you know, it just speeds things up a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of welding,
Yes.
patchwork needed to clean up these guardrails. But yeah, like the beams up there, haven't seen anything up there. You know, I don't like to see where they took out the old shutters and the anchors are still there. They should patch that up properly, but that's a maintenance item. That's not a safety item.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part, they look in pretty good shape.
Okay.
These things here and there. So